Hello again, world history students. I want to show you in my second tutorial how to use the outline. Here's an example of our outline, just the digital copy. Let's start at the top. It gives us a time frame at the top, and there's also a QR code that will direct you to my blog if you're interested. And then, more importantly, right underneath that is a short paragraph, which serves as an overview to all of Unit 1, including chapters 1 through 6. So just a very broad picture of what we're going to be looking at when we talk about foundations of civilization and how early civilizations develop. Underneath that, you'll see two essay questions. These first two essay questions are meant to be practice, low stakes, low stress in nature, so students can kind of wrap their mind around how to write a good essay if they're not sure already, and we'll do those the first few weeks of class. The big question, number 3 here, will be on our first test. And this question you guys have ahead of time. You have it right now, which means you can start preparing for it right now, weeks in advance. So beyond the essay questions, underneath the essay questions are your geography items. And those are all fair game items for the test and all things we'll be learning. Here they are chapter by chapter. So as we talk about early civilizations, we'll hit upon China, Sumer, Indus Valley, and Egypt, and a couple of bodies of waters and other geographic features. So those are things we'll pick up along the way. I'll help you label those in class. You can label them on your own. Underneath those are your learning targets. Let's skip the learning targets for now and go to the schedule. At the very bottom or the very back of your outline, you'll see a schedule which has our daily layout for everything we're going to be doing in class. For example, if tomorrow you were working on 2.1, for Tuesday you were working on 2.1, you'd be getting ready for 2.1, and that's the quiz you'd be taking on Tuesday, is the quiz over 2.1. So you'd want to come with some notes prepared for 2.1. Now let's jump back up to the learning targets. They'll make more sense now. While you're reading 2.1, here are a few questions, a few guiding questions, and a few important vocab you really want to focus on finding and learning the most about, or taking the most notes over. This is especially helpful for those of you who take lots and lots of notes and are trying to find a way to get it under that golden 25 minutes I've been talking about in class. You can focus on these learning targets, get these vocab under your belt, and not just definitions, but knowing these vocab in terms of their relationship to these questions here. Okay? So that's how the calendar and the learning targets work in conjunction. Okay? And you're allowed to use your notes on the quiz. You'll notice as you cruise through this packet a little bit further, a lot of the questions are repeat questions. That's another piece of good news, I think. Over all of Unit 1, we're going to be focusing on some of these questions that are repeat questions, like why did the earliest civilizations form in river valleys? That makes it easy for us to organize our thoughts. So knowing that the section you did one night is going to be the same, will have the same learning target as the next night, will help you relate, for example, Sumer and cuneiform to things like Hammurabi and Iron Age and Darius. So just keep that in mind when you see repeat questions. That should make things a little bit easier. Okay, that's all for now. This is the outline, the online version, which you can find at my blog, which is rorycalendar.blogspot.com. Over here to the right, there's a link, Unit 1 outline, and that's for you to use however you wish. I recommend printing out multiple copies of the calendar and posting around your house. Everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you in my next tutorial.